Okay. Hey, Kroob, how's it going? How's the audio? You've been recruited to, Sounds fine? Okay. Yeah, for some reason, not touching OBS, I don't know, it's like everything just breaks. I tried to add some filters to it, and I seem to get better, a little bit better quality audio. And it seems to cut out more background noise, I'm not sure. So what I'm doing now is, I'm streaming at 1080p, and I've got my canvas set to 1080p, I'm hoping when I just do like retro games and stuff like that, I can just knock it down to like 720 without shrinking all my artwork and stuff like that. Hey Ben, how's it going? Let me boot this up. I'm actually gonna see how Steam games run on. I'm actually gonna do the probably the Final Fantasy 7 DLC for this. Let me swap screens here. I'm doing okay. It's kind of winding down for the afternoon. Where's my stream capture? Here we go. No, I do have it though. So there's a bunch of what's called special jobs. We've got seasonal, which were actually free. These are all free. I did have to buy this, but it was only like $4, I think. This is the Midgar one. Tomb Raider was free, I think. But these are the ones that I own right here. But I don't have, like, Shrek and all that other stuff. Actually, what was it? The 10th, I think? Or the 11th? Wallace and Gromit DLC, like, dropped for this. So... But I intend to do... I just finished the whole career... like, campaign, and there's, like... there was a lot. To the point where it's just like, wow, I just want to finish this. Because it just got to be too much. A lot of it's, like... Let's see here, like, I'll go into... Let's see here... Not the carousel. The Ferris wheel. I'll just boot this up real fast. And other free-to-play jumps? Oh, okay. You can buy upgrades and stuff like that for your power washer. Oh, that's right. There's also no music in this. But this is like, it is satisfying. The only problem is it's like, they're broken up into like different sections. So like this whole floor is cleanable. Once you clean it up, it like kind of dings and stuff like that. And you can highlight it to see, like, what you haven't cleaned. The only issue is, it's like, if there's like, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this. So like you could clean this whole thing, and it wouldn't be 100%, but there would be like dirt like under here or something like that. But in some cases, it's just like there's no. You're kind of like pixel hunting almost. Like right when you get down to it, to the end of it. Like say like right in here. Like you're scouring the entire thing, and there's like maybe like 1 or 2 small little pixels. And it's like it's not fully complete until you find those little spots that you haven't cleaned. And it's like, sometimes they're like hidden behind other objects. And it's just, sometimes it's just really aggravating, but you've got a whole, like, it starts off at a house, in a backyard, and some of it's pretty satisfying. But I've found that throughout the entire thing, it's like, oh, this is a perfect example. You can't interact with this, so like you can't flip the couch or anything, or the cushions. This is just, but you can see, like this right in here, or maybe there's like a spot in between the couch cushions. You really have to like try and finagle it to get it. That's the only kind of gripe I had with it, was it just eventually comes down to like near the end of a level, it just becomes a pixel hunt. So this also does not have music. There's an option for music. But there's no music. And I did turn the water volume down, because it sounds like this. I mean, it sounds cool for a while, but then after a while, that's like all you hear. And then once you turn it off, it's like there's this really eerie, like, absence of sound. Let me see if I can bring up, like some lo-fi. I kind of want to, I want to dive, I actually did dive into, the Midgar section, and I completed the first level, but I kind of wanted to do these on stream. See if I can find some Final Fantasy VII lo-fi or something. You'll have to let me know if this is too loud, because I don't know. The themes levels don't have music, no. I kind of want the Shinra building. Yeah, this would work, I guess. I mean, it works because it's like you can just kind of like turn on your own music, like lo-fi or something like that, and kind of PowerWash. So this game has been pretty pretty good so far for me, for as far as like just kind of turning my brain off. So is that music too loud? I just turned on the first thing I found. Okay, so I have already done this, but I can do it again, I don't mind. It's pretty simple. Might be too low, okay. I should just get you on mic so I can get your input in real time. Okay, so this starts off, the Midgar DLC starts off on behalf of, this is from Reeves, by the way. On behalf of everyone at the Shinra Electric Power Company, I'd like to welcome you to Midgar. Could not have been easy to come all the way here, so your presence is much appreciated. To raise our population's morale, we are opening an exhibition to celebrate the long and varied history of our fair city's motor industry. 2 of its key pieces, however, have emerged from storage in, let's say, less than pristine condition. If they're to take center stage at the exhibition, they must be spotless, and that requires the attention of someone who understands the full meaning of that word, none other than you. So this starts you in the Shin building. I also am gonna have to get used to reading on stream as well. This is really dark for me. Okay, so do I have? I do. Okay, so I don't know why it starts you off with the bare bone. So you got. Hang on. Clothing. Okay. So you've got like different power washers. You start with the Prime Vista 1500, and then you can purchase the 3000 Urban XU2, and then the Prime Vista Pro, which is the best, basically. And then you've got extensions. What's the button? There we go. You've got extensions for like range and stuff like that. And then you've got different nozzles. So this gives like the most spread, but it's not very powerful, and it just kind of narrows. And you get this near the end. This is actually kind of store related. It's kind of interesting, but actually the music's works pretty good in this. So first we can start. We've got the Hardy Daytona. And then I forgot already the name of this one. Crap. Hang on. The Hauler, that's right. So you can see this whole thing's covered in grime, but everything else around it is like absolutely pristine. Might turn that down just a little bit. So yeah, you can see it's all broken up in the top left. So we've got hauler door, so it's less than halfway cleaned. We've got the front fender, the wheel, so it's all broken up into individual pieces. I'm going to start with the door here. And then each time you clean something, it'll kind of flash and you get a ding. And then you get a little bit extra money. And if you're having like trouble finding something like some grime that needs to be cleaned, you just can't see it, you can hit, I have it set to tab, and it just highlights all the gunk that needs to be cleaned off. And you can set the timing for that too. So you can set the highlight color. I found green to be the most like visually, whatever word I'm looking for, visually helpful. Because there's some instances you think like something like orange or blue would work, but in a lot of the areas, the areas kind of they're almost at like, it's almost like at sunset. So there's like an orange tint to everything, and then some other entrances, metal will have this reflective blue like tint to it. So the blue doesn't work. So I just went with green because it seems to be the easiest to see. But see, this is kind of what I was talking about. You can see there's dirt like on the inside of the fender, and it's like you kind of really have to finagle it. But if it's just like if if you're looking for like maybe the 99th pixel percentage, like that 1% of pixel that's left, it's like probably wedged somewhere you can't see, and you just have to like really just go over it several times just hoping you hit it. So Parlov's Bell. Indicator, yeah, there we go. So like I said, I've already done this off stream, so I just kind of want to mess with it. But it just, I don't know, for some reason I felt like this would be better to do on stream. So it might be like a little bit, you know, kind of help me get back into streaming as well. Or there might be like some grind behind this. Let me know if like any of the noise is too loud or obnoxious, like if the water is too much, or if something needs to be turned up. Because I did a couple little sound tests a couple days ago, but you know, obviously it might not sound too good when the actual stream's going. You can also kind of change the direction of it. There's also like different ways you can clean stuff, or at least, yeah, I really need to work on talking again. It's been a while since I've talked. But you can kind of stand still instead of like moving back and forth, which might kind of, you know, make people dizzy. You can actually hit C, and then you have control just of the pressure washer. And you can still kind of move around and stuff like that. Hey Smitty, how's it going? Blast me, DC. So anyways, I started blasting. Another method that I've found too is it's like if there's like grime all over the floor, you can kind of do like this, kind of like a lawnmower type movement, or just kind of going back and forth. It seems to work. Like this game, yeah, there's little things here and there that I'd like to see improved, but it's pretty good. Oh, and also, god damn it, I just read today, the developers posted, like either the day before yesterday or something, saying that they canceled the VR plans. They were I think they had a team working on the development of VR for this, for PC, because it's on, you can get this on, what was it, Facebook's MetaQuest or whatever it's called. And then they were gonna convert this into a VR as well on PC, but they actually recently, like as far as a day ago or so, they just canceled it because apparently it's costing them more money to develop the VR for this than it is, or than they are bringing in money from the sales. Go outside and power wash then? Yeah, okay. Let me go outside. Let me see. What's the yeah, well, let me go out in this 12 degree weather here. And oh, I'm sorry, 15 degree weather. Yeah, it's supposed to get down to like 10 degrees tonight. And it's continuing to snow. Whatever, dude. I hate it. I hate it. I hate winter. I don't hate winter, I just hate having to go out in it. I just want to like hibernate. Yeah, this was supposed to be VR, or it was supposed to have they were working on a VR version of this, which would have been really fucking cool. Because I mean, can you imagine being in the Shinra building, like cleaning the already Daytona in VR? That would have been so cool. So it's on the MetaQuest, but for now, or for the foreseeable future, there does not seem to be a VR release on Steam or PC anytime soon now, which really kind of sucks. I hate it. I want the warmth. I'm tired of being cold. I usually run cold anyways. So it's like, VR breathing? Probably. I did hear that Sony was patenting their own smell-o-vision. So... Takes you a while to sweat, yeah. When I was much larger, I would just sweat just by existing. Of course, I could go outside in like 12-degree weather in like short sleeves and a t-shirt, or shorts and a t-shirt. But yeah, I have my door just slightly ajar, and I've got a heavy hoodie on just to keep the heat in. Of course, my hand, I've got Raynaud syndrome, so my hands feel like I just pulled them out of a bucket of ice. Oh yeah, see, here's little bits right in here. Your aunt has that? Yeah, it's fucking weird, dude. Your existence is sweat. It sucks too, because it's like and it's not that I feel like, it's not like it's not like it's in my head. Like my hands feel cold. They're like literally like frigid. Like at one point, I remember during COVID, we had a one of those touch-free temperature gauges. It's like a little laser, and you kind of like aim it at your head, or you can aim it at anything really, and get like an accurate reading of temperature. I put it on my hand, and it couldn't read it. My hands were just so cold. And it sucks too, because it kind of dictates what the rest of my body feels like temperature-wise. So if my hands are like freezing, the rest of me is freezing. Like my core temperature could feel slightly warm, but the rest of me is just absolutely cold unless I somehow warm my hands up. See if I can get this cleaned off here. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, this was actually a really, really neat experience. I'm glad I picked it up. I picked it up on the Steam winter sale, holiday sale. It was like, I think it was like $11, something like that. And then I picked up the SpongeBob and the Final Fantasy 7 DLC. This is what I mean right here. So like you can have like this entire thing clean, but you'd have like this little tiny bit like right in here, and you're like kind of pixel hunting. But it's the journey. see the cat. We just got a cat visitor. You gonna chill in here? There you go. Cat. She had to get settled. This also kind of works for me too because I've been kind of on a Final Fantasy VII kick. I just finished Rebirth not too long ago. I still want to play. I still want to go through, do another playthrough of the original game again. Yeah, like right in here. See? The whole thing is like 99% done. Except for this little bit in here that I wouldn't be able to see unless I hit the highlight tab. You're avoiding finishing 16? I'm guessing you not want it to end. Oh, missed something. Where's that? Oh, the door handle. There we go. The other DLC is a bunch of cycle. Shit. Yeah, I'm a little after Rebirth. I'm a little hesitant to play 16 after how many freaking side quests there are in Rebirth. The bumper? Oh, I see. No? Oh. There we go. And then you can check your progress on here too. So we're looking for the hauler. Cab panel. We just saw something. Here we go. Door handle. Oh, door handle for this too? There we go. Yeah, this stuff right in here, it's so annoying. There we go. I reached the end, and I'm like, it got to a point, it gives you that warning message. It's like, warning, continuing on this point will lock you out of other content, or other parts of the game. Be sure to save. I'm like, you know what? Let's just go through it. Let's just do it. And I didn't finish any of the rest of the DLC, or not DLC, any of the rest of the side quests. I had a couple more things. There's one where it's like you get the tiny Bronco, and then you're kind of you're able to kind of traverse the waters in between the continents, and it has you hunting down like pirate treasure. And there's like this whole side quest and story for it, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this right now. Okay, so we got, looks like we did everything with the hauler. fender, rear wheel mount. Looks like that's it for the hauler. Oh, and well, I guess one of the wheels counts. Looks like I gotta just like 2 more things to do on this. Oh, I see. Yeah. This stuff right in here, it just drives me crazy. There we go. So I think that's everything hauler-wise. Okay. Oh, also too, it's like when you're going through this, whoever hired you for the job sends you like text messages while you're cleaning stuff. Okay, that's interesting. Oh shit, Jesus. Okay, so that's interesting. So I added some filters to my mic, and it seems like it's keeping all the background noise, or it's keeping all the noise coming from my speakers from being picked up from the mic. At least I hope so. This is what it looks like on screen. Hey, Luna's daughter, how you doing? We're just I've been on a kind of a Final Fantasy 7 kick. Just finished 7 Rebirth, and then it kind of fits because I've been playing PowerWashing Simulator at the same time, and there also is DLC, Final Fantasy 7 DLC for it too, so it kind of works. Hey Ben, yeah. Seems to be working? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I forget what it was. Let's see if I can find it. Filters, here it is. So I've got a gain filter because for some reason it just, not using OBS for a while, just for whatever reason my audio levels are just absolutely destroyed, so I had this like just cranked. Then I have a noise gate added and some noise suppression, and it's like you have to kind of, I think I followed a tutorial online for it, but it seemed to work pretty good. It might be a little high on the gain on my mic. Got it set to 18 right now. It's a little bit better. Hey Zord. The sound the sprinkler water makes. Yeah, feel free to chime in, because it's like I had to literally reset all of my audio settings, so if something seems a little too loud, like if the music's too low, or if my mic's too high, you know, just chime in. This is another head. I don't know what this would be useful for. I mean, kind of. Oh, this head is, you attach like different cleaners as well. So we've got glass, metal, plastic, wood, multi-purpose, and stone. And it's useful for like really large surfaces, but it just, there's a lot of gaps in between, so you really just kind of have to like slowly go over stuff. But And we got this 3-pronged laser beam. I just typically stick with the with this nozzle, the 15-degree nozzle, because it has the most pressure. But it has the lowest, or the second highest pressure, second lowest spread. Yeah, the bike has like the most like nooks and crannies to get into. I think there's a I want to call it like a timed progression, but I think there's like an efficient progression or something like that. It's like how much water, like you're given like a certain amount of water. Let me see if I can find it. Challenge mode. Yeah, wash against the clock or water limit. Yeah, so you'll get a clock, like a timed mode, or a water limit. But that probably won't be doing that. Yeah, speaking of rebirth and all that stuff, I think I'm kind of leaning towards getting it again. I don't know why. It's like the game is just so absolutely beautiful, or it would be on the PS5. Because I've just got a typical PS5. And the game really, really needs, like, the PS5 Pro just to run and look like it should. But I really would like to see it on the PC. And I might get, because they've got a bundle going on right now with Remake Integrate and Rebirth. Power washes my face. You bought the remake? Okay. Yeah, I have remake on the, I think it's PS4, right? Regardless, it I didn't get the DLC with it because I hate Yuffie. But I'm thinking about getting the bundle. And for whatever reason, just wanting to play through it again with like high visual settings, because the game looks like it should look fantastic. But I ran into so many visual bugs and all that stuff where the rocks the textures just would not load, and they were still, I forget what the term for it is. It's like the further you're away from an object, the lower, like it lowers the polygon count, so it doesn't take up as much resources. It's like you could be standing on a rock and it would still have that effect on it. It's just like it just wouldn't. There's just so many bugs with it. It just looked like this little plastic. You're standing on plastic, like melted plastic. LED, yeah. Yep, level detail. That's what it was. Alright, here we go. Oh, job complete. So, and another thing too is, once you're finished with it, it kind of gives you this quick little video of you going through the whole thing and cleaning it up. So that's kind of satisfying as well. And then he also sends you, while you're cleaning stuff up, the people that hire you will send you like little text messages and stuff like that. So, but Reeve sends you another message after you finish it. He says, "Your dedication to your craft is everything we've heard it was. So much so, we're moving these 2 exhibits to the atrium. You have our deepest gratitude. Before I forget, after hearing my assessment of your work, Heidegger, Director of Public Security, insisted on contacting you for his own division. While he does have a tendency to come off as rough around the edges, I assure you it's a byproduct of his passionate military background. That said, his style does not mesh with everyone. So if it doesn't mess with yours, tread lightly. Yes, this request is vastly different from our first, but think of it as proof of our trust in you. After all, we wouldn't bring someone of your caliber all this way just to wash down a few sets of dirty wheels. Now I did start the next one a little prior to this, but I didn't start too much of it, so. But then your next set is the Scorpion Sentinel. Then Heidegger says, Reeve tells me you're quite the shot. Shame those skills are wasted on cleaning up literal filth instead of enemies of the state, but no matter. As head of public security, my job is to keep the city safe, and one of the most effective ways to do that is through the deployment of devastating weaponry. My Scorpion Sentinel can snuff out insurgents before they can even start reaching for their white flag. But Professor Hojo thinks his test subjects could quell riots better than a heavy weapons platform. To prove just how wrong he is, I propose a challenge for him. If one of his juiced-up lab rats could even scratch my Sentinel, I'd volunteer to be his next test subject. I have no doubt my machine stood the test against his mewling varmints, but I still need the Sentinel washed down. After all, isn't that what his beloved scientific process calls for? Evidence? It's going to take me a while to properly relearn how to speak during stream. But I started this like a little bit before I decided I want to stream this instead. And then if you go into messages, you can see they'll send you messages. So... Hopefully my doing this doesn't make anybody queasy. I've gotten used to it. There's also like certain levels of grime in certain instances. So like this is, you can see at the top left, it says leg gripper. And the amount that you have left to clean off of that object, but then underneath it, it tells you what it's made out of. So you can see it's metal. And in some cases, if you hover over the dirt, it shows like what it is, like grime. So grime's really easy, you can just kind of clean it off in one go. But in some instances, there's rust, like right in here. And it's kind of layered in. It looks like it... actually, probably because it was so close. But there's instances where the grime, or the rust doesn't come off very easily. So you have to either just kind of slowly go over it. Or you can add some, like, metal cleaner. And then just kind of, like, melts anything that's on it. But you can see it's not very consistent. It's spread out quite a bit. So it's really best used for like certain spots. Or like large surface areas. Oh yeah, see I just missed some of that. Sometimes it's just tough to just see those little spaces. I was gonna stream some of this last night. Actually, I couple days in a row I was planning to stream, but I just got caught up doing other things or just watching other streamers. This really, I don't know, for me, like games like this, or playing Final Fantasy XIV, it kind of just gets into a routine, and it really helps me just kind of, you know, distract me from stuff that's going on right now. And it's great because I can watch someone stream and do this at the same time without really putting any thought into it. Oh yeah, and you get ladders. You also can get scaffolding. You can also summon it to you from any point, no matter where you are. The only issue, this is another issue I have with this, is that if you pick up something, let's see, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this. Like, if it's too close, you can't set it down. This doesn't seem to be an issue here. But in some of the later levels where you have to use scaffolding, you don't have to, but it's just like, it's so much better using a scaffolding that if it gets too close, you can't set it down. But it's like, in some instances, it's like, it only accepts it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, this sounds like it's from Remake. Have you played Remake yet, Ben? You said you just bought it, but have you... You don't have a PS5, so never mind. Not yet? Okay. Ladder's all the way down. So they definitely. I know you said you played it and you had a lot of it like spoiled for you and stuff like that. I can actually just stand on top of this. I think for me, like, I still consider it one of my favorite games of all time. And I know you mentioned, and I've heard that a lot from a couple people as well, how it's just like overhyped and overblown and stuff like that. But it really is, I want to say for its time, I don't want to say it's like, well, you kind of had to be there. But like going from, because I went straight from, like I specifically got a PlayStation just so I could play 7, because I remember being in middle school and I had, you know, we couldn't really get a PlayStation at the time, which was fine. But I went over to a friend's house and I still had a Super Nintendo, and he had a PlayStation with 7. And he showed it to me, and I'm like, I am completely blown away by this. And I'm like, I have to get a PlayStation. But just everything from the presentation, the music, the story, you know, obviously it was kind of, translation wasn't the best, so a lot of it was like kind of disjointed and stuff like that. But it was still such an amazing experience playing it. Remake RD or 2 next. Oh, you're going to save it for stream? Okay. Remake is good too? You don't know? Yeah. I mean, if you're comparing Remake to the original, I mean, you're gonna see there's a lot of fluff, there's a lot of filler. It's like all side quests and stuff like that. It's like, well, yeah, if they didn't, it would probably be finished in one release. But there are a lot of side quests. Actually, Ben, you might like Rebirth quite a lot, because the best thing I can kind of compare it to, like lengthwise and how it's broken up, is like a Yakuza game, because you can delve into the story and just go straight through it and not touch any side quests. But if you do, it's like side quest the game, just like a Yakuza game, because there's so many side quests. But they do have stories that kind of all tie in together, and it kind of expands. It kind of breaks them up per character. So a lot of the side quests involve a certain character. Yeah. I haven't played Remake in quite a while since it came out, so I can't remember. I don't think there are as many side quests in that. Oh, Tifa! Tifa sending me a text message. Hey, if you're available, I have a job for you in Sector 7 Undercity. Oh, I wonder if... And Heidegger. Get off the line, Heidegger! I know you're eager to know more about the Sentinel's myriad capabilities. How did Tifa get my number? Oh my god. Its tail is far deadlier than that of the creature it's modeled after, and its 6 tapered legs let it get straight to the point, if you will. Oh, that's right, I forgot it's got a tail. Raise arm? What? I can control it? Oh, that's awesome. Can do the other arm? Oh, that's awesome. It's just the arms? I missed what he said. Hang on, what did he say? And for those craven foes who want to shoot the Scorpion at a distance, it has Mark 98 cannons and Mark 99 launchers. Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree. I don't know anything about the Integrate, which is the DLC missions that involve Yuffie. Because that was a side purchase I didn't really care to do. It kind of goes into Yuffie's backstory. But like I said, I hate Yuffie, so I don't really care. But yeah, I'm thinking of also getting that that bundle. There's a lot of characters and just events that weren't in the original, which I said understand, because it's like they had to take some liberties to add in some filler. Some of it did feel like it was just like, okay guys, do we really need this in between the story sections? But I think some of it you can just kind of skip. I can't remember. Actually, I can't remember if the side quests... I don't think you can skip them. It's been a while. And some of the side characters make a reappearance in Rebirth as well. New Yuffie is a bit better. Kind of. There are some she has some redeeming moments that made me laugh. And I'm like, alright, you can kind of stay. But I still kind of hate her. Because in the original, she's fucking straight up steals your shit. And I'm like... yeah. Herding cats, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's... I think stuff like that is... you're kind of locked behind that. Like, you have to do that in order to continue with the story. But Rebirth kind of fixed that. GDQ actually had someone... I forget his name. They actually had a Rebirth speedrun. And it was like a little over 6 hours or so. But it did it pretty well. I played the entire thing on easy, to be honest. Because at first I started on normal. And I'm like, this is just a little too hard for what I'm really wanting to dive into. So I just set it on easy, and to be honest, easy feels like it would just be a normal playthrough, like a normal difficulty. But they don't really explain things to you, at least like the combat system. It kind of feels like they're expecting you to already know what you're doing, like if you had just finished Rebirth or Remake. So that was a little annoying, because it's like you had these like really cinematic fights at the very beginning, and I kept fucking them up, and I'm like, So, I think if I go back into it, I'll have a little bit of a better time. But yeah, I would recommend just, you know, maybe you could set it to normal, but I would just recommend setting it on easy if you end up playing it. And I'm sorry, I'm talking about Rebirth. Feels like I'm going over the same thing over and over again, and I'm not making any progress. Probably because there's like 8 of these legs. This right in here, this is what I'm talking about. I've also been listening to the soundtrack too a lot lately as well. Still kind of bums me out that they canceled the VR plans for this. This would have been really cool to see in VR. It's also very easy for me to get distracted cleaning a separate section than what I'm working on. Like I'll start working on a leg and then like I'll jump up here and then get close to that arm and start cleaning that and then just completely get sidetracked. Would you think we would stop there? Of course not. Oh, this was a really good song. We also have outfitted it with a close range EM field and a self-repair functionality. With this bevy of... what do you say? This bevy of features, it's nigh unstoppable. 16 for PC? Maybe. Probably not at the moment. I'd like for them to drop de novo first. I'm still on the fence of whether or not to continue it on the PS5. Because I did drop money on that. So I want to wait for like a sale. And then as well as them dropping de novo. I'm still pissed that I had something like a big plot reveal spoiled for me in the DLC menu. It wasn't even in the DLC menu. It was I had turned it off, turned it back on the next day to play it, and an advertisement in the main menu of the game shows that DLC is available, and it shows a huge plot reveal. And I was pissed. Because I had managed... The reveal, I'm not going to say it, you probably know what it is, crew, but... Because it makes sense. That it would happen in a certain way. But the fact that it's just blatantly there... You know, I had managed to avoid spoilers the entire time. Because I absolutely hate spoilers. I used to spoil stuff for myself all the time. Because I just couldn't wait. But, yeah, I don't know. I just wasn't happy with that. On the privacy, let de novo Darker Souls. No, it's not. Well, de novo is just... I'm not talking about the anti-tamper and the kernel level anti-cheat stuff, because that's not in 16. That's just in multiplayer stuff. It's just, I just don't really care to be treated like a potential, like, criminal, basically, for already having bought something, because Steam itself is DRM. Like, okay, why... And I purchased it from Steam. It's tied to my account. Why is there still this extra level of protection to make sure it's still a legitimate copy that I purchased? And on top of the fact that it hampers performance because it has to phone in to check to make sure, you know, 15 minutes later, is it still legit? Is this a pirate copy? Okay. Oh. Are you playing a pirate copy? Okay. Fuck that. It's so fucking stupid. I hate it. Yeah, they didn't spoil the game, they spoiled a character plot piece that was pretty important. And it was right on the he's right in your party. Yeah, I was not happy when I saw that. I'm like, are you kidding me? Now, when you see who the character is and what they are, and I won't go into any more than that, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. But at the same time, that reveal was completely spoiled. I think that song too was like something new that they made for remake. I'm not sure because I'm pretty certain it wasn't in the original game. But yeah, I still want to play 16, but just I don't think I want to play it on the PS5 because the performance it's not bad, but it's very stuttery. I even turned the resolution down on the PS5 itself down to 1080p. And it does improve it, but it's still choppy. Like if you just take the camera and just kind of pan real slowly, you can see it like stutter. I hate it. It's so jarring. Oh, did it stop? Wouldn't rush to play it, yeah. It just sucks because I'm like, it takes me a long time to dedicate myself to the idea of playing something. Sit down and play something, especially one that like a really long RPG. So here's another remix here. Didn't we clean this already? Oh, the inside of it, okay. This is also one of the few pieces that actually move. Because most of the time, the stuff that you're cleaning is like stationary, like objects, like a vehicle or a house or something like that. And there's like no parts that actually move. Even though this doesn't really move actually very much. Still, this is still pretty cool that they have Final Fantasy mixed in with this. I think if Square Enix wasn't the publisher, we probably wouldn't have this. But it was surprising that they actually got like other properties as well, like SpongeBob and Tomb Raider was free, the DLC for Tomb Raider, which makes sense because it's which is IDOS, even though they sold the rights to Tomb Raider, but yeah, I don't know. Shrek was a new one they got, and then they just came out with a Wallace and Gromit DLC for this like a couple days ago. Now see, I can't spray too far out here. I can kind of just get a little bit, but this is where I can get in some extension arms. Received reports of gang activity in Sector 5, Undercity. Most likely Don Conero's lackeys. Yeah. Gotta get that Shinra logo. I briefly considered deploying the Scorpion against them, but realized they are the definition of small fry. It would be a waste of company resources to eliminate them. But you can't. You can still kind of use this just a little bit close up. But yeah, it's basically just a longer extension. There are some really, really long levels in this game. Like one was a it's like a subway. There was a subway section, really large. There's a whole like underground bathroom area that was humongous. They'll either have like one really large area with like a bunch of smaller stuff to cover, or they'll have like one large object like this. There's also a backstory to it too, so you're not just like cleaning random homes and objects. There's like little bits of story tied into each location. It's actually kind of interesting. At some point you think you're working with aliens, but it turns out not. Stab it. Stab it. Is that inside right there? Yeah. Yeah, it's a little hard to see without highlighting what you need to clean next, because you can go right clean over all the first layer of grime and dirt. There's like all this under stuff that you miss, or just stuff that doesn't get touched after the first pass. Let's get the... Yeah, let me. Alright. There we go. If you're too close to something, it'll pull back. So hard to get some of these. Yeah, this can be kind of therapeutic in some instances. Some areas were just really stressful for me to actually play through because I'm like, oh god, I have to get through this. How? No? Can't stand up because of that. Alright. Needs more foam, yeah. I imagine Reeve fed you some feel-good tripe about his plans for the future, didn't he? He sees the world through rose-colored glasses, but what he doesn't realize is those lenses are coated with the blood of our adversaries. After all, our company began as a weapons manufacturer for a reason. What song is this? Salmon's Theme. This must be from the... I don't know who Salmon is. Might be from Remake. Salmon or salmon? Fishy. Hang on, I gotta use the restroom. I'll just leave this going though. I'll be right back. little bit of coffee left. Is the music level still good? Okay, thanks. Yeah, this is from Remake. Oh wait. Wait, is this the Queen's Blood tournament music? Oh, it is. Okay. This is from Rebirth, never mind. Ben might like that too. There's a card game specifically for Rebirth called Queen's Blood. And it has its own, like, backstory and everything like that, too. Although I will say, the only time that I actually put any effort into playing Queen's Blood was the ship from Junon to Costa del Sol. Instead of a they changed it so it's like a kind of like a pleasure cruise, but they have this Queen's Blood tournament. And you can skip it and continue with the story, or you can play. But if you get defeated, that's it. You have to save and then reload a save if you lose. But Red 13's with you, and he wants to play, but according to the rules, only humans are allowed to play, so he dresses up in a Shinra soldier's uniform. And, he tries to stand on 2 legs the whole time, and then he comes in and does this Michael Jackson dance. It's really funny. He's actually like the top. He actually gets to he's like your final opponent. He's like your secret opponent at the very end. So you beat everybody, and then he challenges you at the end. There we go. I'm missing like this less than 1% of this being cleaned, but I don't know what it is. Oh, see what I mean? Head casing. Oh, we got more down here. Ching. Speaking of Costa del Sol, there we go. Doo doo doo. Very easy for me to just get distracted and start cleaning a whole nother piece. Just get the scaffolding here. There we go. Okay, Yuffie. Like most of the body and legs are finished. This isn't a bad remix, actually. Oh, nice, yeah. It's those last. It's when you hit. It's when you hit 99%, and you have to start pixel hunting. Don't know how I've not fallen yet. There we go. Is it going through? Yeah, it's clipping just a little tiny bit. Unplayable game. Oh, forgot about that. No, wait. Bring back. Oh, there we go. Got like multiple pieces of the claw. There we go. Tail laser base? Okay. Oh, right there. Oh, job complete. There we go. We got a little camera feed of completing the whole thing. GG! Ha ha ha! As I suspected, not even a fleck of paint out of place. I couldn't ask for a better condition in which to present this to Hojo. Perhaps that smug hack needs to spend more time ensuring his specimens' combat capabilities and less turning them into macabre monstrosities. Either way, I shall relish the look on his face when I break the news. Looks like the next section is 7th Heaven. Oh, we have to complete the entirety of the inside of 7th Heaven. Kiefer. We've been having lots of trouble with Don Canero and his grunts for a while, but last night took it to a whole other level. They stormed into the 7th heaven unannounced, ordered the entire menu twice over, and proceeded to spill it on every possible surface. I would have beat the snot out of every one of those thugs right then and there, but then we'd have a lot more trouble on our hands than a few small-time gangsters. Anyway, my friend's daughter Marlene has been hanging out here a lot, and so I want the place squeaky clean for her. I do it myself, but it's almost 0 hour on a job I've got over in Sector 1, so I need the speed of a pro. I'd really appreciate it if you could get to the bar looking good as new. I can read and speak. Oh, there's the dartboard. Yeah, this is all based on off of remake. I actually got the top score on and the achievement for the dart throwing game mini game. Was that Barrett's gun? Bio residue. Yeah, Barrett's Gatling gun. It's so upsetting to see the bar looking like this. There's a cloud sword here. Do we get one of his Buster swords? I know it's not the fanciest, but it's like home to us and our regulars. A place for people to get homemade food and escape the daily grind. Can I get a Cosmo Canyon, please? The only thing they conveniently leave out of this game is that if you've ever power washed or seen someone power wash, there's still a lot of water that you have to, like, kind of get out. So, in this game it conveniently just kind of dries up, but there'd be, cleaning something like this wouldn't really be feasible. With power washing, there'd be water everywhere. Can I open the secret entrance? Doesn't look like it. Should be this one, yeah? Yeah, this is it. That'd be cool if it did open up though, wouldn't it? Yeah, it says elevator platform. Is there a secret button, maybe? It's supposed to be on the pinball machine itself. Maybe if it's like, if you clean it off fully or something, maybe. Oh god, even the roof? Oh god, it's blinding. Mold, yeah. Oh, pizza. On a pinball game, you monster, yeah. That thing would just be destroyed. But this, doesn't hurt. There we go. Pinball machine cleaned. Jeez. Is it footprints? Assassin's visions for crime. Yes. There's a kind of a supernatural explanation for it. But it's like kind of tied into the story. Kill your family now. My family's dead. Yeah, Washington, yep. My parents are dead, Jesus Christ. It's like, how am I supposed to get that? There we go. Would have loved to punch those goons right in their dumb faces. Probably wouldn't have even have made any materia. Wait, wouldn't even have needed any materia. Speaking of which, do you know what about materia and Mako? You know about materia and Mako, right? No, it's not like I live here or anything. Mako's the lifeblood of our planet and every living thing on it. We're gonna start being preached at now. The ancients thankfully learned how to crystallize it, and that's what we call materia. These are some decent remixes. down just a little bit. When did they do this one? Yeah. I guess this is all just from remix, remake? Rebirth, sorry. Today's menu, soft drinks. That does not look right. Soft drinks. Spriker Soda Star, coffee drink, milk coconut, snack enjoy, and special day drink. What? I like your little coffee mug there. What's with the drawing? I remember that. Jeez. Mm-hmm. Cha-ching. I thought I already cleaned the top of that. Is there a... I'm guessing there's no stool. I just don't really need to stand on one. Oh, here's a ladder. You doing okay there, sweetie? Yeah? I guess that's the end of that. Let me know. This is a new track, so let me know if it's too loud. Actually, let's see if we can find lo-fi again. No, that's the actual soundtrack. That might work. It has a chunky bass. That's a good question. Honestly, I'm not sure what's after this. I only know it's 7th Heaven, Scorpion Tank, and Hardy Daytona at the beginning. I would assume there might be at least one more after this, but I'm not 100%. Oh wait. Oh, that's Buster Sword. There's Cloud's Buster Sword. Oh, there's no materia in it though. It's just leaning up against the bar. That's kind of cool. This would have been so cool to see in in VR. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Listen, I don't know what you've heard, but Shinra is not as kind and selfless as it paints itself. Mako entry they produce, it's made by draining the planet's lifeblood. Micro energy. Okay. Plus, the whole reason they provided is to control the populace. What? There's a company? We allowed them to keep harvesting it, we're assuring the planet's destruction. You mean there's a company out there that serves only its best interests? someone has to do something about this, and Avalanche has decided that someone is us. Oh, are we using the wrong head? No. I'm stuck. Ah! There we go. Jeez. Should get that stupid TV cleaned. How do I... Oh, there we go. Jeez. It's getting there. It's just this pixel hunting again. Okay, there we go. No promises to keep. Is it the lower wall? Is that? Okay, it's part of this. That's cool. You get to see the... Oh. Not sure exactly what that's reflecting, considering it's... That's right there, and it's... Maybe it's that? I don't know. Work. Do chocobos quay, or do they work? Cheated physics? Oh no. Shouldn't be following me like that. You're doing an amazing job, Kupo. Jeez. Oh, it's already clean. Never mind. The machine gun on the table belongs to a friend of mine, Barrett. He's as big and hot-headed headed as a behemoth, but he's got a heart of gold. He also cares about our planet more than anyone else I know. Buster Sword belongs to my childhood friend Cloud. Clued? My friend Clued. My friend. He left to join Soldier when we were kids. Now he's out helping us take on the company. Now without his sword, he's not. He might not show it, but you can clean up his Buster Sword too. Oh, but if you clean up his Buster Sword too, I'm sure it'd make his day. Nope. No, there's nothing you can interact with on here, I don't think. There's nothing you can interact with in here. It doesn't look like. That would have been cool if you could like go downstairs. 'Cause I don't like the. So I think the switch would be on the pinball machine. I think that's where it was. Can't believe how amazing the place looks, and you're not even finished. How do you know? Is she here with me? You need help with final preparations for that job in Sector 1, so I've got to run, but I'll let Cloud come by to give the place a once-over when you're done. Mean Clude's gonna come by? Do the voices? Yeah. Oh, Cloud. Sephiroth, what do you want? Shall I give you despair? No, Sephiroth, I hate pears. It's getting there. Except for all the splooge on the ceiling. Desplooge it. Clean a mock reactor? That would be cool. %. Still got more than 4 pieces to clean, it looks like. Oh. The lights. Oh, I see. Looks like the lights, the fan. I thought I saw a ceiling beam. Light going right here. There we go. It's time to pixel hunt. Okay. 96 back bar cabinet light. Okay. Back room ceiling light. Oh. Okay. Neon signs. Step stool and wall lanterns. Which wall lantern did I miss? Looks like I got all of them. And I thought I got all the... Oh, I didn't get all the neon lights? There we go. Step stool. It's a short stool. Oh. There we go. The wall lanterns. Oh, this one? Oh, there we go. Alright, well, here's 7th heaven. Still can't do anything here. Or wasn't, or... Actually, wasn't the button somewhere around here? But I guess there's nothing to clean. There's nothing left to clean, so there's probably no way down there. Now we see a time lapse. Oh, I got a message from Cloud Streef. Hey, Tifa told me I have to make sure you did your job. Huh, not bad. Done a lot of cleaning as a merc. You're the real deal. See, you washed my sword too. Alright, we done with small talk. Got more important things to do. Bye. Okay, bye. Oh. Oh, wait. Mako Energy Exhibit. Is this like the mini-map? Like the full-scale model? Although once again, I trust you've been able to take in some of the city since we were last in touch. Sorry to pull you away from your vacation, but we have another job lined up for you. The nature of this task, however, demands a great deal more discretion than the first we had you perform. Of course, this also means you shall be compensated handsomely for your troubles. One of the specimens from Professor Hojo's laboratory escaped and made its way to the 60th floor. It was eventually captured in the Mako Energy exhibit, but it refused to go quietly. Missing a to go there. And the place is coated in a thick layer of biological ooze. While we entrusted the floor and walls to our security team, I insisted that someone with a more skilled touch handle the exhibit itself. Oh, that's cool. So we got a whole... That's that scale model of the whole city. That's pretty cool. Glad you're in the Shinra building again. Even though I might not even be where I am today with the company's stunning advancements into Mako harvesting technology, I've rarely visited this exhibit, and I believe I finally understand why. It forces me to come face to face with the fact that what this city has become is no longer what I had hoped it would be. Terrible darkness has settled over Midgar, and who knows when it will lift, but I digress. Well, I think that's gonna be it for me for the night. Pretty cool. Alrighty. Alright, well, that's it for me for the night. I don't think we'll really rate anybody tonight. Probably just gonna cut the stream probably. Unless you want to watch Caleb Hart, he's speedrunning levels or Final Fantasy 7. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'm not sure if I'll be on tomorrow night this stream. I will finish this on stream though, so my plan is to... Hey Fexy, how's it going? Infrared. Plan is to finish Final Fantasy 7 DLC. I'm not sure if there's any more after this model, and then maybe jump into the SpongeBob stuff. So we'll see how that goes, but hopefully finish that up tomorrow night, but we'll see how that goes. So alright, well, hope you'll have a good night. Thanks for hanging out, and yeah, we'll see you later. Have a good night. Let Let me pause this music first. Alright, catch you later. Bye.